Good day, my little robins. It's me, Beth. Another week has passed, which means you get another video from, well, me. And if you haven't already read that title, today I'm reviewing the brand new album from Beyond the Black called Heart of the Hurricane, which was released Friday the 31st of August on Napalm Records. I personally am a massive fan of this German symphonic power metal band. But you know, enough rambling, let's just dive into my review of Beyond the Black, Heart of the Hurricane. The main con of this album is what a lot of fans have pointed out, and personally I do agree with them to a degree, and that's the fact that Heart of the Hurricane sounds more like a solo album rather than a band album, which is strange because Beyond the Black are sold as, you know, a symphonic power metal band. They're not sold as just being a solo album for Jennifer to look and sound good. You can argue that Jennifer is in fact the only original member and they brought in a whole new band for this album, and that it can take some time, you know, for a band and a vocalist, you know, to click and get, you know, a feel for each other's styles. But, you know, this album has been in the work for like at least a year and a half, and it sounds like the band on part are only there to make Jennifer sound and look good, like I already mentioned. However, don't get me wrong, because there are some amazing guitar riffs, you know, some interesting solos and a whole lot of drums that has me really interested, you know, for the future of this band. And hopefully album number 4, you know, they'll be able to showcase all their talents together, like balanced, instead of sounding, you know, like a solo album. There is no denying that Jennifer's voice is, you know, amazing. She has clearly grown, you know, from the Lost in Forever and, you know, Songs of Love and Death days. And you can tell because on this album her voice sounds so crisp, you know, cinematic and a little operatic, which is very good and is, you know, shown on some of the slower songs. However, she can hype and husk it up on the much faster songs, you know, to pump you up. And that is a sign of, you know, a very diverse vocalist. And for me, Jennifer has one of the strongest female vocals, you know, in this current scene. It also kind of helps, you know, that Heart of the Hurricane as a whole is tailored to make her sound the best. For me, the album starts off really strong with Hysteria, which leads into the lead single Heart of the Hurricane, followed by Through the Mirror and Million Light Years, which all build up to the anthem song Songs for the Godless. The middle section, which includes Escape from the Earth and Beneath a Blackened Sky, personally for me feel a little lackluster, with Escape from the Earth, you know, being a song I would personally cut, while Beneath a Blackened Sky might slowly grow on me, you know, with more listens. However, those two songs are quickly forgotten by the rousing heartbreak song Fairy Tale of Doom, the thought-provoking My God Is Dead, and the oddly catchy Dear Death. Another song I would cut from the album is Scream. For me, I just don't like it. The more I listen to it, the more it bugs me, so that's the second song I would cut from the album. The last 4 songs on the album are Freedom, Breeze, Echoes from the Past and Parade, and now personally for me, this is what I like to see from an album. The last 4 songs all flow nicely into each other, they never overstep their boundaries and they never step on each other's toes. They are the perfect combination to, you know, round off a really strong album that has equally strong lyrics and, you know, some very dark and interesting, you know, thought-provoking themes. Heart of a Hurricane, yes, there are a couple of songs I said I would take off the album, but that would still leave 13 songs that, you know, I would recommend to anybody. If I had to rank, you know, Beyond the Black's 3 albums, personally my number 1 is Songs of Love and Death, my number 2 is Heart of the Hurricane, and my number 3 is Lost in Forever. For me, when I look at, you know, Heart of the Hurricane, I can see something, you know, for everyone on this album. You know, you might not be a big fan of, you know, symphonic power metal bands, but I highly recommend you give it a listen because I do not think you'll be disappointed, and I cannot wait, you know, to continue blasting this song much to the annoyance of my neighbours. If I had to give Heart of the Hurricane a ranking out of 10, that's right, I'm ranking things out of 10 now on this channel, it gets a solid 7 out of 10. I have really high hopes for the future of this band. Anyway, enough rambling. In the comments below, I'd love to hear, you know, your guys' thoughts and opinions, you know, on the band, on the album. Do you agree with some of my points? Do you disagree? Start a conversation in the description box below. I'll leave links, you know, to all the, you know, social media of Beyond the Black and my own social media because who doesn't love a good plug on their channel? While down there, you can check out that cheeky second link to my, you know, brand new YouTube channel, youtube.com/pitypoints for all things video games. Yeah. I'm gonna go, you know, listen, you know, to Heart of the Hurricane. you know, jam out to some symphonic power metal. You can't tell me what to do. It's my life. Anyway, yes, if you want to, you know, support me and the channel, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can tap my face right here, you know, to subscribe to the channel because nothing's stopping you. You can check out my last 2 videos or playlist right here, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. But until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye.